Greetings, my friends. Please consider supporting me in my war to save pop culture by subscribing to my channel and possibly even becoming a channel member for exclusive videos, access to Doomcock emojis, and more. And if you like this video in particular, please consider using the new Super Thanks feature and putting a tip in the tip jar located next to the like buttons down at the bottom of the video. Thank you for watching, and now, on to the video. Greetings, my friends. I am Dictor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth, and my Hollywood spies have been tracking the downward death spiral of She-Hulk for weeks now. And I believe at this point, I have enough data leaked to demonstrate that the trend lines for She-Hulk and possibly the MCU itself are giving Disney fits and calling into question their strategies in regard to wokeness in the MCU. To be clear, the ratings performance of She-Hulk to date has not been merely disappointing. It has been shockingly bad in a way that has upper-level executives shaken. From my perspective, there are many things wrong with She-Hulk. Obviously, there's a certain level of wokeness that has been obviously watered down in reshoots, but it still exists in little glimpses that rankle longtime MCU fans because at this point, after all the cringe SJW nonsense over the past few years, fans are so sensitized to wokeness, at this point it's almost like an allergy. And it's never good when you have to watch a show clutching an EpiPen. Another bad thing about She-Hulk is it doesn't excel in any regard. It's neither fish nor fowl. The effects are questionable at best. It's not exciting enough to be a superhero show, and it's not funny enough to be what it's desperately trying to be, a comedy. My God, the timing of this show is horrible. Anyone interested in a comedy lawyer superhero show has already watched the hilarious Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. That show was over-the-top insane, just off-the-hook hilarity from Adult Swim, which along with the Venture Brothers does superhero comedy better than anyone. You needed She-Hulk to be close to that level of funny to succeed, but of course it was doomed from the start because Marvel wanted She-Hulk to be funny, yes, but also to fit within the MCU continuity, and that was a death knell for the comedy, because you can't do Harvey Birdman in any sane universe. So She-Hulk was a bomb just waiting to blow up, and now it has, my friends. I've been sitting on some numbers for this show patiently for a month since my last video on this topic, and in this video I'm going to trace the downward death spiral to its shocking and appalling conclusion in the latest She-Hulk numbers leaked from behind the magic curtain by my Bothan spy inside Disney and/or Marvel. That's not to say that the numbers won't get worse from this point on, not at all to say that it won't find a deeper bottom to this ratings barrel, merely that as of now, She-Hulk looks not just merely dead, it looks most sincerely dead.
Dead? You're speaking my language, Doomcock. Though from what you've told me, no amount of necromancy can revive these franchises from the level of dead that Feige has inflicted upon them. There's Princess Bride dead, and there's Feige dead. Pray, share the numbers, Doomcock, and for God's sake, let us sit upon the ground and tell sad stories of the death of franchises.
Very well, Skull of Calderon. At this point, I must state that the information I'm about to share with you is information provided to me by a source claiming to have knowledge of the situation inside Disney/Marvel. But since I cannot independently verify this information, I am presenting it solely as unverified rumor, and I ask you to please take it with a grain of salt. So that said, let us walk through this alleged history of this ratings death spiral for She-Hulk, starting with a report I received on August 30th. Quote, "Let's get some stuff straight. Trend lines. Why do they work? Because people are creatures of habit, and they tend to repeat a habit, so it's easy to predict some stuff and how it will be received. That being said, if it holds, She-Hulk may be the canary in the coal mine, as you put it at times. The fallout of this show is unprecedented. I've never seen a fallout like this." Unquote. This source tells me that as of end of day on August 30th, episode 1 was sitting north of 11 million views. That's pretty good, right? The trouble with that is, again, as of end of day August 30th, episode 2 was sitting roughly around 2 million views, give or take. But it gets worse. According to this source, out of those, over half of the viewers who did return to watch the next episode tuned out early at the exact same point in the show, the part with the old white guys.
You mean the woke bullshit? More of the anti-male crap they love to slather on everything?
Exactly, Harvey. I've discussed TOTS before, tune-out times as they are called in the industry, the point in a show where people turn it off and leave. And it's never a good thing when something in the show offends audiences so badly it triggers a mass exodus, but that seems to be the case with SheHulk in that episode. According to this source, as of August 30th, quote, Bob Chapek is livid at Kevin's move here and the board is not happy. Supposedly, there was a meeting that happened Monday over this show. I heard there's another cut of SheHulk that was shown to the board, edited to leave out most of the woke stuff. This show is failing hard, and that's a fact, unquote.
I wonder why. Why did they show them this edited version? Was it to demonstrate how much better the episode plays without the woke crap that caused over half the audience to tune out at the same time?
I think that's probably exactly it, Harvey. Though the source did not elaborate on this, and being behind the magic curtain, behind enemy lines, so to speak, I can't get a hold of this source anytime I want to. Follow-up questions are not easy to pursue, but yes, that's my best guess as well. Then, on September 4th, I received this communication from my Hollywood spies who told me, quote, So we are getting walk-ins by the dozen, wanting to speak out about SheHulk, not sure why now, all of a sudden. We are being told the Hulk will be in an upcoming episode, only it won't be the Hulk, it'll be a Skrull pretending to be the Hulk. And some of these people are confirming what the last guy said about Red Hulk. I mean, seriously, a female Red Hulk? The memes do themselves. That time of the month Hulk and so on, unquote.
Yeah, Disney ought to know better after the Turning Red debacle, which was exactly that. Those memes write themselves, dude. I don't think Red She-Hulk is a good idea, for it is prophesied that certain hilarity will ensue.
Disney isn't firing on all thrusters these days, Harvey. She-Hulk is truly in a death spiral, according to these sources. My spy continued, quote, We've also been told this show's last 3 episodes are undergoing re-editing as we type this to try and salvage something positive, so we shall see, unquote. Then, in a follow-up message also delivered later on September 4th, that same day, my spies told me, quote, The fallout of She-Hulk is nothing short of monumental. Factor in its MCU, and it's a reasonably popular character from the comic books, and the fact the cartoon she was a fan favorite in Fantastic Four cartoon, which is what they based this character on. This week saw the lowest views for any show on Disney+. It's sitting around 50,000 now. It's roughly 10,000 a day, even though the bulk came Friday as usual. The only positive thing for this show this week was the show was about to retain 90% of viewers that tuned in, so that's good?
I don't know if that's good. It merely means that those who could stomach She-Hulk at that point were not easily dissuaded. So a small but loyal audience?
That remains to be seen. On September 5th, my source inside Disney and/or Marvel sent the following message to me, quote, Let's play a game. Let's take Disney at its word and say they have 150 million subs. It's completely bullshit and most of them are free subs, but still. Less than 1%, give or take, watched She-Hulk. The show didn't even get close to 1 million viewers. In all honesty, it didn't get over 300,000 viewers, unquote. And the malaise may extend to all the MCU, at least on Disney+. My source concludes the message stating that Thor 4 got posted, and after being dropped on a Friday, it took until late Sunday to even get 2 million views. Oddly enough, I heard that Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness had underperformed on Disney Plus in a similar way. As of September 8th, according to this source, the latest episode of She-Hulk was under 20,000 views, and the source said if it kept tracking like that, it might not break 100,000 views by Friday. Then on September 10th, my source reached out again from behind the magic curtain and stated, quote, She-Hulk is dead. It didn't make it over 80,000 views. By Monday, it will be lucky to have 150,000 views. But then I was told, bonus fun fact, would you like to know what is doing well on Disney Plus? Mando, unquote.
Well, quality will out, Doomcock. Quality will out. The Mandalorian is really the only truly entertaining show on Disney Plus, not fucked up with wokeness. So that's no surprise to me.
Yeah, Disney better hold on to Jon Favreau with a velvet-gloved death grip, because if they lose Favreau, they are screwed as far as Disney Plus is concerned. Assuming they're not already screwed past the point of no return. As of September 23rd, I received my latest SheHulk update. Quote, "The nail is in the coffin. This show is done. This episode is so low I almost don't dare say it's under 10,000 views at this point." Unquote. Under 10,000 views. Now, it just came out yesterday, but even so, apparently, this is a low watermark for SheHulk. The ratings just keep sliding away, and the Disney board is still crazy after all these years to be presenting substandard entertainment laced with wokeness, only to be greeted by the sound of silence from the audience.
Wow, a Paul Simon wrap-up. Nicely appropriate, since Disney can't be feeling groovy about She-Hulk.
Regarding wokeness and She-Hulk, Harvey, maybe they do it for your love, but they sure don't do it for profit. I'll keep you updated on the fate of She-Hulk, folks, but even the mainstream Nielsen ratings reported this week that for the first time, She-Hulk performed so badly it didn't even rate a mention in the Nielsen published ratings. Not a good sign, my friends. Never a good sign. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry. Ha 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 ha.